it's me, Taylor Nicole, here with the Style Center. We got another segment going on today. I'm here with Miss Javonna Love. Let everybody, just really quickly introduce yourself, let everybody know the name of your brand.
As she said, my name is Javonna Love, and I'm the CEO and creative designer of Handmade with Love 901.
All right, now, where did you get a name like that? What made you decide on that name? So the 901, I guess, is pretty obvious. You're from Memphis,
I'm
right?
in Memphis.
Okay.
Well, 90% of my products are handmade.
Okay.
And my last name is Love.
Oh, that's cool.
So it works out.
Like, that's your real last name?
That's my married last name.
Oh, that's
but
like
really
cool.
is.
Yeah, but that's your real last
really
name.
is.
Yeah, that's cool. So how long have you been making handmade products?
I've been doing this full time for a year and a half.
Wow. What were you doing before then?
I was an optometry technician. I've worked retail for years.
So you smart.
So I'm just
Just a
little bit.
Optometry is like a really
it's
very hard. Yeah, it's
is.
very hard. I have a friend that's in college doing that right now, and I used to want to do that as a kid. What made you transition from the medical field to owning your own business? Like, what was that actual like push?
Well, I've always been kind of on the different and eccentric side on my own. And I would make pieces for myself. And others would be like, oh, I like that. Where you get that from? And it's like, girl, this is some broken necklaces that I just threw together.
Yeah.
Well, make me one. Well, I broke that. So I can't, reproduce it. And it just grew from me making pieces for myself to close friends and family to now I have regular customers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how often or how long what might it take you to make a piece, and how often do you sit down and have to do this to keep your business going?
Every day. I'm busy every day. I try to set like office hours.
Yeah.
But I roll when the creativity hits me.
Okay.
I get up in the middle of the night and go in my little studio and work.
So what kind of pieces do you normally make?
I make bracelets, rings, necklaces, head wraps, waist beads.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of those.
Well, we're going to have to get you some.
Yes, we are going to have to get you some. How long would it typically take you to make a piece? Whether that's a ring, a necklace, or bracelet, how long will it usually take you? Or does it just depend on what the customer is requesting?
It really depends on the detail because I do custom pieces as well. Sometimes if it's custom, some people are very particular about what they want. So they will have a stone that they want wrapped, and I will wrap it, and that will take me a couple hours at the most. The one thing that takes the longest is crocheting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Typically, how long would you spend on a crochet job?
If it's just a hat, maybe an hour. But I've made ponchos, I've made dresses,
and so that might take a few days.
That takes a while. Yeah, that takes a couple days.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, were you like professionally trained in design, or is this just something you just started doing as a kid and like kind of grew into something else?
Just start doing it, doodling. I would draw things and say, "Hey, I know how to draw a little bit." Okay. And then I said, "Well, maybe I can make this picture turn into an actual. I can make this." Yeah. So it just kind of grew from there.
Okay. And how often are you needing to, I guess, re-up on supplies to keep up with the demand?
I make myself purchase the regular everyday things like the wire and the string. I keep that on hand.
Okay.
But I just buy things according to when I need them.
Okay.
Because I don't like to make the same pieces over and over again.
You want something that's going to be distinctive.
Yeah.
And especially when you have stuff that can be as distinctive as what you have.
Yes.
You don't want to kind of overshadow that with having a regular set type of merchandise. You might as well work in retail again.
Exactly. And I saw that so much in retail. Like I would see somebody buy this and then somebody else come in and buy that. And it was like over and over again. I'm like, there's 8 people I just saw buy that one item.
Same thing,
yeah. I don't want, and it's a lot. I've learned that I've met a lot of people that don't want to wear the same thing everybody else is wearing. They want something that's made exclusively for them.
For them, yeah. And I feel like that's, just kind of our personality, especially as women, we always want to look for something that's going to make us feel like, our individual selves, or we always want to look for something that's going to make us feel empowered when we put our clothes on, we put our makeup on, get our hair done. Those are all things that we, take pride in. So I really appreciate you as a woman creating stuff to make women feel great.
Absolutely, not a problem. Absolutely.
So with that being said, how does your business, how does that like kind of affect the greater community? Do you have like pop-up shops, or or is there like a certain organization that benefits from this, or is it just something that you personally do for your own self?
I do it for myself, but I do pop-ups.
Okay.
Well, it started out with me doing it just for myself. And then I realized that my pieces actually do speak to others. Like, I put my all into what I make. And when they wear it or they receive it, they realize that and they feel that.
Yeah.
And they say, you know what? I don't want to wear anybody else's pieces because I like the energy that I get from what you made.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that just goes back to what I said. When you find that one person who you feel like can speak and understand you and what your personality is bringing and, you know, the type of energy that you want to put out into the world, especially with stones, because those have quantitative and relative properties as well.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I need to shop around, girl.
Girl, yeah, I got some pieces for you.
I'm ready for the next segment now.
I know. I know, right?
So with that being said, is there anything else that you do aside from just making the jewelry?
I also make unscented shea butters.
Okay.
Like many of us, I have eczema. So I couldn't wear...
me too.
Yeah.
It's not like extremely extravagant for me, but I have spots that get really,
like when
really
the
dry.
seasons change.
Right.
Yeah. So I started making shea butter for myself and for my kids, and then again that just grew. Like people would say, what do you put on your skin, or what are you using? And I just say, here's a little scoop of something what I got at home. Let me tell me how it works.
Okay.
And then it kind of just grew from there.
See, I'm the same way. I really take notice into what I put into my body. So, and that's like not only including medicines, but like what you're talking about
the
as well.
products you put
I'm not trying to put on, you know, and no disrespect to Johnson & Johnson, but I'm not trying to put that on my skin.
I know, me
or
neither.
Nivea or something that's like a huge house name brand. Because for our skin, it doesn't always work that way.
It does not.
Or it doesn't always moisturize us in the way that we need
it like it needs to be fed.
It doesn't get fed the way that it needs to get fed.
Yeah, because you have to feed your skin.
How long does it take you to make something like that?
The shea butter, I do it over a period of 2 days. Like I make it on one day and I have to let it sit and then I whip it the next day.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that like a tedious process for you? I know you said you didn't like being an optometrist because of that, but I feel
not
like
really. Not
constantly do that over again.
Not really, because I channel my grandmother. I use a hand mixer that she gave me. Like many people use the big mixer, but I stick with the little hand mixer that my grandma gave me.
Okay. So what's the story behind that then?
Just she worked. And she also made fried pies, and that's how she bought a vehicle. That's how she paid her way. She had her little side hustle.
Okay.
So she's now an ancestor, and I channel her when I use that mixer, and I make my butters.
The hustler is in your blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born.
All right. So before we get out of here, let everybody know your social media, Facebook, Instagram, and any websites that they can reach you at.
Okay. Well, my website is handmadewithlove901.com. It's also my social media, Instagram, Facebook, both of them, I am handmadewithlove901. Super easy to find.
Alrighty, so you guys, we'll be right back with the next segment. We're going to take a look at some of the pieces she might be having, and y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with the Style Center.
Hi, I'm Monica Queen of AskQueen.com. As the cold weather approaches, I have just a few hair tips for you. First, make sure you avoid wearing wool hats and scarves. These are sure to break your hair off. Second tip, make sure that you're hydrating your hair with your essential oils, your conditioners, and things like that. And the third tip, be sure to avoid hairstyles that require a lot of spritz or holding spray. This will be a good time to embrace your softer styles during the winter season. And don't forget to enjoy the holidays. If you have more questions for me, log on to this website below, AskQueen.com, for more questions.
Hey, you guys, we're back with the Style Center here with Miss Crystal. So just introduce yourself and let everybody know what organization you're representing today.
Okay. I'm Crystal Denise. I'm with Oasis Literacy Center in Tate County, Mississippi.
Okay, so what does the Oasis Literacy Center do?
Okay, so it was birthed out of my concern about our children not being prepared for life. I'm also a librarian.
In what way?
Well, I'm a librarian at a community college. And so each year I was finding that our children were coming in more and more unprepared.
Okay.
And people think academically, but not just academically. There was no structure or discipline, nothing they didn't even know how to, register a class or even apply for college.
Yeah.
And so I thought that I could do something on the front end, because by the time they get to college, it might be too late.
Yeah.
So that's why I created. At first, I wanted to do a bookstore, but then I thought, well, let me get that interest in reading up first, and then we can build from there.
To that. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you do to get people interested in reading? What type of programs is this for children or adults, or like who is this focused towards?
I focus on the younger children, but I'm also trying to do more family-oriented activities. Okay. What I've learned is a lot of our children don't read because they haven't been exposed to books by, for, and about African Americans.
Or things that interest them. Right.
Right. And so once you find that book that piques their interest, there's always something else that you can build up on and keep it going. So.
And you know what? That is really amazing that you say that, because that was my personal experience, is that I didn't enjoy reading in school because I kept having to read stuff that I was not interested in. Right. I wasn't trying to read Beowulf and stuff like that. But once I got to college, or once I started, seeking those things out for myself, aside from, what my parents had given me, I read books at home that my parents bought for me, but as far as school, I was never interested. But now I'm an English major,
right? Because
I found things that I like. Okay. So I think that can play a huge role in how, and even outside of school, when they're not getting that from school, a program like this can definitely benefit those students. What are your hours of operation?
Well, right now we're housed in Restoration New Direction Cultural Center in Coldwater. It's on 436 Central Avenue, which is on the square in Coldwater. And we are currently doing our after-school program. After-school education. The acronym is ASHE. And we are there from 4 to 5 on Thursdays.
Okay. So it's just a once a week program, 4 to 5. What do y'all do in that hour of time span to maximize time?
Right now, we're focusing on reading Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, which is an old book. I know everybody it's so dear to everybody's heart.
I love that
book. And so what we're doing is we're reading it out loud as a group. And once we come upon words that we don't know, we look them up.
Yeah.
And put them in context to the story. And we're also learning that the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the children didn't know what sharecropping was. So we talked about sharecropping.
And how old are these children?
I had high school students. I have 9th, 10th, and 11th graders in this group. Wow. Yeah. And one of them is my daughter. So it's real interesting just to teach them, because they think everything has always been this way. And they don't realize it hasn't been that long ago. They don't understand
the context of the history.
Right.
Okay.
And so that's what we're doing right now. And then in January, we'll be starting our small business entrepreneurship program, where we're going to be training our youth how to establish their own small business.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be doing an expo where they're going to come out and share their businesses with the community.
Wow, that's great. So y'all have really big plans for the community. Now, I know that you said this is being held in Coldwater, but do you look forward to expanding that to other areas, especially maybe like even a city like Memphis, where the school system is always failing our students here?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm open. I'm mobile. I do programs. I go speak at different places.
Okay.
So I'm always out trying to make connections. I'm really trying to get my life together so I can do it full time. I would really like to do this full time and have the center open every day and have really nice official business hours to share more and do more in the community. Because besides the after school program, we also do programs throughout the year, not just during the school year. So we have a summer program as well that's like 2 weeks long. We have different speakers come in and talk about things like, we did yoga, we do self-defense, because we're trying to do mind, body, spirit type of activities.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's so interesting because a lot of young youth, especially black kids, are not exposed, or even students of color in general, are not exposed to doing things like that.
Right.
And they don't understand how something as simple as doing yoga or meditation or taking that little 20 minutes to read a chapter can really be self-healing, or like, I guess, another way to just entertain yourself. Like, I find reading as an escape, so I would hope that can be, the same way for other students. Now, what do you have in your lap here?
I have 2 books. In addition to the after-school program and the other programs that I do, I've also started an online Facebook book club, so to speak. I have 2 of them.
Really? I want to start a book club. I want to be in a book club.
So each month, the last Monday of the month, I choose a book, I read it, and then I discuss it online. And November, I have the rule book and user guide for healthy living, because the holidays are coming up, and I want to talk about preparing your food in
now I want to read the subtitle on here. It says common sense for Black folks who are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yes. And he has 10 rules for living a healthy life. And the first one is don't get sick. So that's all I want to say about that. But I will be discussing that on the 19th at 6 o'clock via my Facebook page. It'll be a live discussion. I've been doing this since February. And I'll continue to do those.
So how many people do you usually get to join in with you?
It depends on the book.
Okay.
And it depends on who's tuning in, because a lot of times I find that people will share when they share it. Then that viewer and the views will go up once people start sharing it. But you know how Facebook and the analytics work and all that, the algorithms.
Yeah, sometimes it's only going to share it sometimes. Right. It's only going to pop up on your news feed every now and again. If you stop sharing something for like 2 weeks, then it's not going to show up at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So it just depends on that. But I've had quite a few viewers. When I did the Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, I think that was my most viewed.
That sounds familiar.
Where they were selling her cells. She had the cancer and they took her cells without her permission. Yes. So that was a good discussion, because a lot of these people in our past, our ancestors, or even the way we're living, people don't know or understand.
Their history has been hidden.
Yes.
And it even goes further, not even just stuff like that. We have those people in those books, but there are plenty of people who will never know who they were, because I was actually talking to a woman who came and shared with me that there was a grave by her home of a slave, and it was just unmarked. And she was like, it's really sad because we don't know how to find who this person is. We don't know how to contact their family to let them know that they're here. They don't even have a name on the grave. It just says our slave is here.
Wow.
And so it's small stuff like that this can open up, our minds to show us who we really are, and what our people are actually missing, and the injustices that have been done to us, along with the things that we can try to do to, like I said, self-heal, because nobody is going to help us do that.
And for 2 months, I talked about the school to prison pipeline. Kill them before they grow, and the conspiracy to destroy Black boys. And so a lot of people don't understand. Those are 2 books.
Write these down.
And a lot of people don't understand the educational system. And
write these down.
It's the base that it has on us. And so those were good discussions, because a lot of people don't know until it happens to them.
Right.
Because
what circumstance are you being placed into where it's going to happen to you?
Right. Exactly. So, those are the books that I tried discussing there. And then we just started our Soul Sisters Book Club. So this won't be a Facebook. This will be more of a Zoom and a computer. We're going to be doing some online discussions with women, all Black women all across the country. And we're going to be reading books by, for, and about us as well. And our first book is Till the Well Runs Dry.
Right.
And it is set in Trinidad. And it follows the life of a Trinidadian woman. So I'm excited about those. Literacy is one of my passions, and I often tell people that literacy is the ability to read, write, and think critically. Yeah. So not just reading it, you need to think about it, and sometimes
what the ideas is this book trying to bring to light through a metaphor of sorts.
And it should bring you to move and start doing things. Don't just read just to read. Get up and learn and do and grow and be better.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. You guys, we got one more segment. We're going to take a look at some pieces from Ms. Javonna Love, and we're going to discuss an event that they have coming up. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to be continuing our discussion. This is The Style. Guys, we're back with the Style Center. We got some actual products from Handmade with Love 901. So where do you want to start, Ms. Love? Because I like all of this stuff. I'm wearing some of this stuff, y'all. I just walked up to the table and I just started putting stuff on. What do you want to start with? I think I did all right. I got a ring on. I got a hat, a nice scarf. I feel beautiful.
Well, good. I'm glad you feel good. Well, here, let's start here and we'll work our way over. I have all of my earrings that are all handmade, wire wrapped by hand. I don't even use a tool. I really wrap them literally by hand.
Okay.
I have fabric wrap earrings here. These are all hand painted on this side.
These are all hand painted?
Yes, I painted all of them.
Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, I feel like that's a common misconception. People don't want to wear large earrings like this because they feel like their ears are going to be sagging. But I would definitely be interested in wearing something like this because it's so lightweight.
Yeah, you get a lot of bang. Yeah, the heaviness.
Right. Yeah. So how long would it make you to take, certain types of these? So how often do you get these type of materials to make the products?
Well, I find things on random sometimes. Sometimes it's made out of just found pieces, and some I'm with more intention. The painted pieces, I kind of just zone out, and whatever my paintbrush tells me to paint, I do.
Okay.
So it could take me a couple hours. It'll take me 20 minutes sometimes. So it kind of varies.
Okay. Now, what about the pieces over on this side? They seem a little bit different from the ones over here.
Yes,
whole different material.
Yeah, those are the wire. They're made with copper, and they're all different wire works.
Wow. And you do these by hand as well?
Everything is by hand.
Okay. So how does that process work? Is it hard for you to wind those up, or is it something that you had to it's like an acquired skill?
It is. It's something that takes a little practice because once you kink the wire, it's not gonna straighten back out. So it does take a lot of practice.
See, I don't know if I got enough patience, hand-eye coordination for that.
You have to get like a inexpensive piece to practice with before you go buy the real actual copper.
Okay, that makes sense though.
Yeah.
Okay. What else did you want to?
And then I have my crochet hats. I have a couple.
I'm wearing one right now, guys.
Hats. It's like a little headband.
Oh, see, this is perfect because I normally have a puff. Yeah. And it's really hard to find in the wintertime something that's going to keep my ears and my head warm, but also I can't really wear a baseball cap because it doesn't have a hole in the top for my hair to go in.
And this way you get to be cute and warm.
Yeah, you can make this with different type of colors and match it with all types of stuff.
And I can make them in any color, any combination, any size. Like the one you have on is like really big if you have locks, or if you know.
Yeah, I was thinking this might be perfect for somebody with locks.
Yeah. And all of these are just braided fabric.
Okay.
Kind of like the one I have on.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, when would you suggest somebody would wear this to? Like, how can you wear this up or dress it down? What kind of event would you wear this to, or what would you see somebody in? Or where would you want to see somebody wearing this at?
Anywhere. I would put it on. I would get up and get dressed and go to the grocery store because it can be dressed up and dressed down.
Oh,
Kente cloth is versatile. You can wear it anywhere,
really you
anytime,
can. Really you
any
can.
age. Yeah.
Now we also got some of these bracelet pieces here. Yes. These are wrapped as well, and I already know you did these by hand. Mm-hmm. How does that process work? Like, how do you hand wrap it?
It's just a basic bracelet that I have, and I wrap certain color pieces of the fabric that I choose. And these have a hidden feature. They open.
Mine is blown up.
So for, those of us who have a bigger arm who want bracelets, we can wear those.
Wow, that is great. Let's do this again now. Y'all saw that.
And they all do that. All of these
open
up that way. So
wow, that is so cute. I love it even more now.
Yes, and like I said, they all open up.
Okay, so and that's again, we're not excluding any women in this process. We're not excluding any women. Everybody is going to be able to have an opportunity to find something that fits for them. And even if you feel like, oh well, I can't fit my arm through there, like she said, I have plenty of women who I come and shop with me all the time, and they're like, I want to buy this, but it's not going to fit around my arm, or the necklace is going to be too tight around my neck. Mm-hmm. And this is a great alternative for that. So you thought of everything.
I did. I tried.
Now, which one of these out of the necklaces and pieces up here is your favorite?
I think this one is my favorite. Although I'm wearing
this one is beautiful.
Favorite, but it has every color you can think of.
Yeah, this one is maybe a little bit more traditional, kente cloth, but they have just come in so many different patterns.
Kente.
This is
that's the
party kente.
That's the party kente.
Now, if you had to choose any famous person or any person in general, whether that's a family member, a relative that's passed away, or a famous person, who would you like to see wearing your designs?
It would definitely be Erykah Badu.
Oh, yes.
It would have to be.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely,
I love her spirit. I love her energy. And she is so way on a whole nother realm, on another vibration. For her to like my pieces would be
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
All right. I think that's a great choice. I couldn't have said a better answer myself. Yes. Now, well, let's talk about the stuff that you have over here.
Okay. So here I have ear cuffs. And I have...
What's an ear cuff?
An ear cuff? Well, funny you should ask. Let's try one on. I'll put it on myself. But I'm wearing glasses. So it just hooks on your ear like such. Kind of like a Bluetooth. Yes. And as women, we're automatically drawn to it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really cute.
Also, I have the ear cuffs without the extra hang for those who don't want that. And I have these semi-precious stone bracelets.
Okay.
This one is a venturine.
Okay.
And
is this jade?
No, it's a venturine.
Okay.
And it attracts wealth and money and prosperity. We have another one. This one is rose quartz, which is
beautiful. Everybody loves rose quartz. This is beautiful.
That will draw you closer to your heart chakra. And I also have lock jewels here.
So, like we were saying, this huge hat here is for somebody who might have locks, or if you want to, decorate your locks. Like today, if you're going to a wedding or a party, or just going out and want to, add some character to how your hair is. This one's really pretty.
Braids,
braids, yeah. Okay. Now, the stones. Just kind of explain to our audience, because some of us may not know. Okay. What do the stones represent? I know that they have different qualities.
Yes, they do. Like I said, this one is the rose quartz, and it would represent love and positivity. So if you have issues, it doesn't necessarily have to be love, like man, woman. It could be something that you want to just draw to yourself for self-love. Mm-hmm. The aventurine is prosperity. And again, it doesn't have to be money. It could just be prosperity, meaning you feel better when you wake up.
You got happiness, you got peace of mind.
Exactly. And I have a couple others over here. I believe I have a amethyst, which is for any and everybody. Everybody can't wear any stone, but amethyst is something that everyone can wear.
Okay.
Because it will draw positivity to anyone on any zodiac or any realm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we also got some of these products here. You make these as well. So we got some shea butter here, some sprays, and this is, I think, a lip balm?
Brown sugar lip scrub.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Oh, I need that.
You need that in your life?
Yes, I need a lip scrub. My lips get so dry because I talk all the time every day, and it's cold.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What made you start selling these products?
Well, like I said before, I have eczema. Well, they say I have eczema, but you can't tell I have it now because I make my own products. So I use the toner as something like how people would use sea breeze.
Well, you guys, this is the last part of the segment. I hope you guys have really enjoyed, all the products you've seen today. Really quickly, I know you had an event coming up. Let everybody know the date, the time, and where they can get tickets.
Okay. Our event is called The Blackout, and we will be at Red Diamond Event Center. And it's really based to bring more awareness of those black businesses that are out here in the city that we don't know even exist. It's just to get us in one place so those that want to shop with us can. Those who didn't know about us can discover us. And we can kind of just love on each other a little bit. The tickets are $10, and most of the vendors have one. You can buy your tickets on Eventbrite. If you just search the event, it's The Blackout. A black-owned business and artist exposure. Or you can pay $15 at the door. We'll have a local chef providing food. We'll have a live band. We're going to have poetry readings.
So they're having the Kente party.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have lots and I got some real good stuff, y'all, for giveaways. Some stuff I want to keep myself. But I can't.
You got to give it away. Yeah, you already said you
would. Good giveaways. So we got to get back into that.
Definitely. All right. Y'all heard it right here. The Blackout event is going to be happening real soon. Make sure you get your tickets on Eventbrite. I'm Taylor Nicole. We got Miss Javonna Love and Handmade with Love 901. This is the Style Center. We'll see y'all on the next episode.